Here's a deceptively simple-looking equation. When does the square root of e to the x equal x to the e? And how would we even approach something like this? The key insight here is to rewrite the square root as a fractional exponent. The square root is the same as raising to the power of 1/2. Now we can use the power rule. When you have a power raised to another power, you multiply the exponents. This gives us e raised to the power of x times 1/2, which simplifies to e to the x over 2. Before we go further, notice something important about the domain. E to any power is always positive, which means x to the power e must be positive too. So x has to be greater than 0. Now that we know x is positive, we can safely take the natural log of both sides. This sets us up perfectly for the logarithm power rule. Using the power rule, those exponents come down in front as coefficients. And here's where things get nice. The natural log of e is just 1, so that cleans up the left side nicely, leaving us with something cleaner, though still not trivial. Let's try to isolate the function of x. Dividing both sides by x is a good start. The x on the left cancels out. Now divide both sides by e, and we've got our transcendental equation. A function of x equals a constant. Before diving into algebra, let's build some intuition with a graph. Plotting these reveals the nature of the solutions. The solutions are the intersections of the function y equals the natural log of x over x, and the line y equals 1 over 2, e. We can see there are exactly 2 intersection points, so 2 real solutions. To find the exact values, we need to bring in a powerful but lesser-known tool. The Lambert W function is the inverse of z times e to the z. It's specifically designed for equations where a variable appears both in the base and in the exponent. The strategy is to massage our equation into the form z times e to the z equals a constant. The natural log of x is getting in our way, so let's make a substitution. Let u equal negative natural log of x. This means x equals e to the negative u. Substituting this in, the numerator becomes negative u, and the denominator becomes e to the negative u. Bringing the denominator up flips the sign on the exponent, so we get negative u times e to the u, almost there. Multiply both sides by -1. Perfect. Now we're in the Lambert W form. By definition of the W function, we can solve for u. So u equals w of -1 over 2e. Here's something interesting. For inputs between -1 over e and 0, the W function actually has 2 different real values, called branches. Our argument falls right in this range, so we get 2 solutions for u. One from the principal branch, w sub 0, and one from the secondary branch, w sub -1. Now we substitute back. Remember, x equals e to the negative u. And there are our 2 exact solutions. Let's see how this connects back to what we saw graphically. The principal branch gives us the first solution, and the secondary branch gives us the second. These match perfectly with the intersection points from our graph. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this exploration of the Lambert W function and transcendental equations, consider liking and subscribing for more mathematical deep dives.